Okay, I'll try this again. It's sun's going down, but I think we actually might have some better light here. I will also try and slow down my talking. So we'll start again with the exhaust that you're wanting to see. So like I said, here's how it exits. You know, it just comes out of the very bottom of where, you know, the bumper meets the quarter panel. Just comes straight through. Made those shrouds that go around it. A little bit of carbon buildup. You can see I haven't washed the car in, you know, in a few days. Don't drive it every day, so I mean it doesn't get washed every day. So we'll go to the other side here. Obviously same on this side, you know, looks the same. Comes out in the same spot, you know, just in the very bottom of the bumper there. As you can kind of see, the way the shrouds are riveted in and the piping, you know, it extends out just a hair, you know. I'll try and get again so you can actually see the exhaust. I'm not sure, you know, what you're going to be able to see under there. I can't see it as I'm really as I'm firing it at you here, but you can kind of tell it is the nice mandrel bending. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's really clean stuff under there. You know, no like an exhaust shop would do a pipe bender. It's none of that. It's actually all mandrel bent. Then we'll go back to the quarter panels. So this is on the passenger side here. We'll kind of go down like the door line. It's all pretty flush here. You know, this actually turns out pretty well. The one spot that I think is the only really imperfection, we'll show you that. You know, again, as I kind of run my finger down here, it's pretty flush, you know. Then here it meets like the dorsal and whatnot. You know, as it goes in here, like, not too bad. Try and slow down with my running of the video here. And you know, again, like there's obviously some spots where, you know, it isn't immaculately perfect, but like I said, I mean, I would definitely rate it like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like it actually turned out really, really, really well. And you can kind of see as I run my finger that the seams are pretty even, and kind of here where it meets, you know, trunk line and quarter panel and the rest of the body here, you know, that all looks pretty well. Going back down where like the trunk meets like the bumper and the quarter and everything, this is kind of like the only spot where I think it's really, you know, noticeable that it's not stock. You know, where the seams meet and stuff here, it's not immaculate. You know, again, like you're gonna have to really sneak your nose into this and point it out. Like you can probably tell here, I'll upload the video on Wi-Fi so it's actually good quality, but you know, here you can see it kind of steps down and there is, you know, a little bit of that gap where it's not perfectly flush. You know, like I said, you're gonna have to really stick your nose into that to actually tell. But everywhere else where, you know, it meets the bumper and whatnot, I'm really happy with it. Splash guards also they're like Z0SICK splash guards that were retrofitted. So again, you know, they're not immaculately perfect. You know, there are gaps in it, but I mean, I'm an inch away from it to really even be able to tell. Again, going to the other side, it's kind of the same thing, you know, so this is where, you know, the trunk meets the rear bumper and the quarter panel. You know, it meets pretty well. You know, you could probably see here, you know, the gap or lack thereof, you know. You know, again, you can kind of run your finger along, you know, the seam just to kind of give you an idea, you know, like it's, you know, it's fairly even here. You know, again, where it meets, you know, the trunk line, if you will, meets, you know, the rest of the glass, I guess, if you want to call it that, in the quarter, you know, it's pretty good. Again, kind of shooting down the side where the fuel door is, that actually turned out really well. Then again, here's the driver door. Looks pretty good in terms of, you know, being flush and having, you know, a noticeable change in everything. Like, it's pretty good. I think this side turned out pretty well as well. You know, again, where it meets the door and everything in here. So that's kind of how these are, you know, they're fastened here. You know, it's an actual true quarter panel. Exhaust, and then we'll go to the interior again with the shifter that you're want to see. Sorry, a buddy of mine adjusted the steering wheel and stuff while I was sitting in here, so see if I can, you know, here's just how everything sits, and you know, first, second, third. This is weird looking at it through the camera. 6, reverse, everything here. So that's everything sits. I guess, you know, for reference, here's about how everything height-wise. I guess I wasn't sure what you were wanting to see there. And then probably pause it here and move to a different area where I can actually get some road. We kind of came to a cul-de-sac, you know, in the middle of nowhere here, but I think I'm gonna move somewhere where I can actually, you know, drive up and down the road, and you can kind of hear it start and idle, and do maybe a couple drive-bys, and then get an idea of how it sounds and idles and everything. So give me a second here, we'll pause it, grab someone to hold the camera here, and then we'll be good to go. Start up?
Yeah.
So here's the startup, idling and everything. You can also get an idea of what the taillights look like. I'll kind of pull away here once we get out of here, and I'll do some drive-bys in a second again. So hopefully you can kind of see that, idling at a nice, you know, 1,000 give or take. Oil pressure is just sitting at 32. The rest of the gauges there. All that stuff works still. So I think we'll go for a nice little drive. We'll do a couple passes and then we'll do the video.